Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make lovely fish curry, which is going to be spicy, hot and sour. I have 500 gram of Steenbrass fish. This fish was given to me from my nephew Basil, who went out fishing, and he caught a huge fish and he gave me quite a bit, of which I can cook it about 3 times. And this is the first lot that I am going to cook. A very big thank you goes out to him. First I'm going to show you how I will marinate the fish. I did clean and rinse it out properly, drained out of the water. I've got a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of fine salt, a tablespoon of soy sauce, then I'll add a squeeze of black pepper and a squeeze of lemon juice for the marinate of the fish. That's the chili powder, the salt, and the soy sauce. A squeeze of black pepper, and a dash of lemon juice. I'll mix all these ingredients together and let it stand while I prepare for the curry. First I'm going to dry roast some whole spices in a dry pot without oil, and then I'm going to grind it and then go further to show you how the fish curry is done. I have 1 teaspoon of dhania seeds, 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper and jeera seed. Okay, now I'm going to put it into my dry pot to fry, and once when the mustard seed pops, I'm going to start to grind the whole spice. Okay, it's taken me 2 minutes to roast out this dry spice. And I'm going to grind it very fine. Okay, here's the ground up spices. They are already smelling so nice. These are my other ingredients that I'm going to use for grinding. I've got a few curry leaf and 5 cloves of garlic, 2 green chillies, and my dhania, which I'm going to grind with. I have 4 grated jam tomatoes, of which half I'm going to use for grinding with my dhania. Okay, I'm going to cut in my chilies for grinding. Grind off my chilies. I'm going to add in my garlic and my curry leaf to it. You can even do this with your food processor to liquidize it, but the thing is it's not too much to handle, so we just stamp it all together. Okay, I added in my garlic and my curry leaf and my green chilies. Now it's almost stamped. will stamp out my little bit of dhania. Okay, my dhania is ground out, and then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of my tomatoes into another plate. That's enough. It's a bit of a long method, but it gives a very delicious finish. And then we just stir it in. And then we have our dhania with our tomato. So all my ground ingredients are done. So now I'm going to start with my basic curry. For braising my curry, here is my ingredient. I have a medium size of onions grated, half a cup of oil for braising, 2 tablespoons of mixed masala. For coloring it up, I got a teaspoon of hurdee and a teaspoon of rough salt. Thereafter, I have 2 tablespoons of imlee, but you can add imlee to your taste if you like it very sour. But this is just right for my 500 gram of fish, which I'm going to dilute with boiling water. And the rest of the ingredients I did show you. Now I'm going to go on to the braising. Okay, you must usually use a flat cooking pan, because then your fish will set in properly. So I've got my pot already heated up. I'm going to add in my half a cup of oil. Increase my flames a little bit. Put in my onions. I will allow these onions to brown up a little. Okay, now I'm going to decrease my heat, and I'm going to add in my garlic, chillies and curry leaf that are ground together. These are my ground roasted spice. Allow it to fry. These spices are similar to the king soup spice. Now I'm going to add in my masalas. And then I will put in my plain tomatoes. Why the reason I'm using jam tomatoes? Because the round tomatoes is a little sour. Then when adding imlee, it will become too sour. So jam tomatoes is good for the job. I give this a few minutes and then add in my dhania with the other tomatoes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes and I'm adding in my dhania tomato with my teaspoon of salt. I'm going to cover my pot now and allow this to cook for another 10 minutes. Now 10 minutes has passed us. You can see the cooking. It's nice and cooked out smoothly. That's the reason why I like grinding and grating all my items. It gives a very good smooth finish. Now I have here my imlee diluted with the boiling water. I use 1.5 cup of water and I'm going to throw it in to boil. Just be careful, there's always be seeds like these. These mustn't go into your curry. I'm going to let this cook out. If the curry needs more gravy, so I'm going to add additional water to it. Okay, we'll just check it now. The imlee water has cooked out. And then I'm going to place in the fish very gently.
Some people prefer to fry their fish first.
Yeah, but then you kill most of the fresh fish flavor out.
So you prefer to just put it direct?
Yeah, it gives us the natural fish flavor. Okay, now I'm going to cover this for a few minutes till I get my additional water ready. I rinse my marinate into a cup of water and I'm going to add it into the curry, and that will make a little bit of gravy for us. I will allow this to cook for a few minutes without stirring, because normally you don't stir in fish curry. I gave this fish 10 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is not to mix but just to turn the pieces of fish very gently. You can see how nice and thick the gravy is gone. This fish had only one center bone. I'll allow this to cook for another 10 minutes and then the fish curry is done. Oh, here you go. Lovely fish curry all done. I am going to garnish it with some fresh dhania and spring onions and ready for dishing it out. And that's enough. I'll make it too heavy. You can see the finish is quite smooth. Okay, now I'm going to put my stove off and I'm ready to dish my plate. Here you go, your lovely spicy sour fish curry. Your preparation took quite a while, but the end finish is a success. It goes very well with some lovely roti. Enjoy. And once again, thank you Basil very much for providing us the fresh fish.